Hi, this is Alfozia Nihar from At Home Tuition. Welcome to our session today. The topic that we are going to discuss in our today's video is matrix addition and subtraction. Before going into the matrix addition, let us have a brief idea what a matrix. In mathematics, a matrix is a rectangular array of numbers, expression or symbols arranged in rows and columns. Horizontal rows are denoted by M, whereas the vertical columns are denoted by n. Thus, a matrix is considered as m by n, which has m and n number of rows and columns respectively. We also know about different types of matrices like square matrix, row matrix, null matrix, diagonal matrix, scalar matrix, and many. For more detailed information about all these matrices, you can refer our previous video. Let us now focus on how to perform the basic operation on matrices with matrix addition. By recalling the small concept of addition of algebraic expressions, we know that while the addition of algebraic expressions can only be done with the corresponding like terms, we cannot add or subtract any unlike term. Am I right? Similarly, the addition of two matrices can be done by addition of corresponding terms in the matrix. There are basically two criteria which define addition of matrix. They are: consider two matrices A and B. These matrices can be added if and only if the order of matrices are equal. That is, the two matrices have the same number of rows and columns. For example, you can consider these two, A and B. You have 3 by 3 and 3 by 3. I mean 3 rows and 3 columns. Same way for this 3 rows and 3 columns. So, you can add or subtract the matrices with same dimensions only. The addition of matrices is not defined for matrices of different sizes. Let us take an example for this. Here is an example. Please look at this question. We have A and B. A plus B, the matrix addition, cannot be defined as the order of the matrix A is 2 by 2. Am I right? 2 rows and 2 columns. But please look at the matrix B. There are 2 rows but 3 columns. So, matrix A and B cannot be added together. Okay, let us take another example. Here is another example. Please look at this one. We have P and Q. P plus Q matrix can be found out by adding the elements of P to the corresponding elements of Q. So, the value of the matrix P plus Q could be found because the matrix P is 3 by 3 and Q is 3 by 3. Both the dimensions are same, so addition is possible. So, let us find the P plus Q matrix. As I already said, it can be found out by adding the elements of P to the corresponding values, the elements of Q. So, in the place 1, 1, I mean the first place in the first row is 2 and here it is 3. So, 2 plus 3, 4 plus 5, 3 plus 7. It goes on like this. So, same way for the second row, 5 plus 8, 7 plus 3, 8 plus 4. For the third row, 9 plus 5, 6 plus 7, 7 plus 8. So, if you add the corresponding elements in both the matrix, you will get the addition. Are you clear with this step? Okay. After this step, you have to perform addition. 5, 9, 10, 13, 10, 12, and 14, 13, and 15. This is how we find the matrix addition. So, whenever you get the determinants, you look for the dimensions, count the number of rows and columns. You have to get the same number of rows and columns for the second matrix. So, this is how we add the matrix A with B. I mean the first matrix with the second matrix. So, if the dimensions are not same, it is not possible for us to add. So, that is the first thing you have to check. Once the dimensions are same, then you can proceed with adding the corresponding elements. I mean, you have to add the elements in the same position. We cannot add the elements in the different positions. Something like we do in algebra. In algebra, we just add only the like terms. We cannot be able to add the unlike terms. Same concept here, but it is on the positions here. That's it for matrix addition. Now let us move on to matrix subtraction. Matrix subtraction. Matrix subtraction is exactly same as matrix addition. All the constraints valid for addition are also valid for matrix subtraction. Matrix subtraction can only be done when the two matrices are of the same size. Subtraction cannot be defined for matrices of different sizes. Mathematically, P minus Q is nothing but P plus minus of Q, because we know that positive times negative is negative. In other words, it can be said that matrix subtraction is the addition of inverse of a matrix to the given matrix. That is, if matrix Q have to be subtracted from matrix P, then we will take the inverse of the matrix Q and then add it to the matrix P. This is how the subtraction will be proceeded. Okay, let me show it with the help of matrix. Assume that we have a matrix P and Q with 3 by 3, 3 rows and 3 columns for both P and Q. Now let us see how to find P minus Q. In matrix addition, what did we do? In matrix addition, we added the elements in the corresponding position for both P and Q. Same way here we are going to subtract the elements in the corresponding positions. So you have to look at the two matrix. In the place of A, 1 1, A 1 1, we have A. Here it is J. So A minus J, B minus K, C minus L. So similarly you have to do for all the 3 rows. Let me do it. As I already said, we cannot subtract or add the elements which are not corresponding. You have to do the operation only on the same position. Okay, this is how we find P minus Q. You can have a glance over this matrix, and we know that. So for the same dimension, the matrices, how do we find P plus Q? Okay, let me show you that too. In the place of subtraction sign, we have plus sign. That is the only difference. Okay, the main concept behind the addition or subtraction of two matrices is the addition or subtraction of corresponding terms of the given matrix. Similarly, the method can be generalized for n number of matrices to be added or subtracted. This concept is not only applicable for two matrices. You can add as many matrices, but only condition is the dimensions has to be the same. If not, we cannot able to perform the operation, because in the place of corresponding terms there will not be some terms. Some terms will be missing in case if the dimensions are not same. Okay, now that we are thoroughly through the process of matrix addition and subtraction to know. Okay, let me show you a few examples for matrix subtraction too. Here is the first example. Here is the first example. Please note that we have negative sign before some of the elements. So while doing the operation, please be a bit more careful. Okay, 3 minus 1, 4 minus 7, and negative 2 minus of minus 8, 0 minus 1. So after subtraction we will get 2, negative 3, 6, because 2 minus of minus is plus. So 8 minus 2 is 6 and 0 minus 1 is 1. So while mentioning the answer, please be careful with the signs. You should not miss any sign. So this is how we perform matrix subtraction. Okay, let me show you one more example. Here is the next example. We are supposed to find matrix subtraction. Okay, is it possible? Do you think is it possible to find the matrix subtraction for this one? Yes, the orders are different here. The order for the first matrix is 2 by 3 because 2 rows and 3 columns. But look at the order for the second matrix. It is 2 by 2. Since the orders are different, we cannot subtract these two matrices. Does this make sense to you? Please look at this example. We have 3 matrices and we are asked to do subtraction. So how can we do this? We have to subtract only the correct corresponding elements. So 3 minus 5 minus 7. Same way 4 minus 2 minus 5. So in case if there is a negative sign, you have to mention the sign correctly. Same way for this one, minus 2 minus 1 minus 3, 0 minus 2 minus 2. So if there can be any number of matrices given. So it depends upon the question. you have to do the same operation for the corresponding elements for n number of matrices. That's it for this example. Hope you're clear with this concept. This concept applies even for the addition. The concepts are same for both addition and subtraction. Only difference is the signs will be different. Okay. And addition and subtraction both are commutative. Hope you're clear with the concept that we discussed in today's video, matrix addition and subtraction. In case if you have any query, you can let me know. See you in the next video. Have a great time ahead. Thanks for watching.